Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Dry 2. My name is Ramney. Forgive my horrible impersonation of Bruce Lee in the intro, but today we're going to be drawing Iron Fist from the comics. Iron Fist is a result of the 1970s kung fu craze that started when Bruce Lee gained a lot of popularity, and he's going to be appearing in his own show on Netflix on St. Patrick's Day next year, and he's going to be the fourth Defender that is going to be introduced in the Netflix MCU. And since we drew Luke Cage last week, we can't not draw Iron Fist because those two are intertwined together. They're the biggest of the BFFs in the Marvel universe. And so today we're going to be drawing Danny Rand, also known as Iron Fist, as he is portrayed in the comics in his classic gold and green costume. And as usual, what you guys need for this drawing is a pencil, an eraser, any type of paper, and black pen so you can ink your drawing afterwards. I like to use cardstock paper because it makes it easier for me to erase without crumpling the page, and also for inking because the thickness of the paper prevents the ink from going to the back of your paper. Anyway, as you guys are watching this tutorial, remember that you can pause at any time so you can catch up on your drawings. Remember that we all draw at different speeds, so find a pace that works for you and stick to it. Having said all of that, let's get right to the tutorial.
Okay, you guys, so we're going to draw Danny Rand Iron Fist. He's going to be looking to the right. And the first thing we're going to do is draw a circle in the middle of the page, just a tiny circle. And you guys notice that my page is in landscape mode. So there's that circle. It's a little flatter than how a circle should look. I'm going to draw a line over here, and that's for the side of the face. He's going to be looking on the sideways, so we're only going to see one half of his face. And then here's the back. And from here, I'm going to draw the chin, line down, just like that. So that is his head right there. Right here, we're going to bring it to the left. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. And from here, we're going to draw a line going out like this. Now we want his body, actually, we want his body to sort of have this angle. So what we want to do is we want to build up the shoulder so that it actually goes up that way. I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to bring this down, and then like this, and then like that. Okay, from here, I'm going to make a shoulder just like that. And from here, I'm going to draw a line like this, and then I'm going to make a shoulder like this. Now, we're going to draw the armpits, and what you want to do is you want to try to find an area right around here, and for this one it's right around, that's too much, right about here. So you want to make sure that the size of the armpits or the size of his back muscles are in proportion to the size of his head. So this is about right. Here are the armpits here. This, I'm going to draw one line going in, and then a line going down, curving to the left. Like this. Okay, and this one we're going to bring it down about that far down, and then it goes inward. So it sort of makes this V shape that a lot of superheroes have. And if you want your superhero to look muscular, you want to create that V shape with the back. Okay, so as you can see, I'm still trying to keep the proportions in mind. And now with our drawing, I'm going to keep it up to here. I'm not going to go any further down than that. Now, let's do the arms. Let's start with this one right here. And with that armpit, I'm going to bring a line going down like this. And then now imagine this line going towards the shoulder like this. Actually, it goes back over here. There you go. And then now it goes across and then down. You don't want it to be too long. Now keep the proportions in mind still. Now Iron Fist isn't as big as Luke Cage. He's more like a Bruce Lee type build where he's skinny but ripped. So we're going to draw skinny arms. Okay. Now as you can see, I am bringing it closer to the bicep here, but I'm going this way and I'm going to stop right here. And here I'm going to bring this up. And I'm going to create the forearm now. And then I'm going to draw a straight line like this, and then a little line across, curve, and then I'm going to make a weird shaped rectangle, you could say. I'm going to draw a little line like that, and then a thumb, so I'm just going to draw a thumb like this. So that's going to be the fist later on. So let's focus on finishing the rest of the body. We're going to focus on the fist later on. He's well known for the fists, obviously, so we'll devote some time to it after we finish everything else. Okay, now let's go to this side of the body now. I'm going to draw the biceps here, like that. Forearm from here. Let me fix that up. I actually want the biceps. So I want this to kind of go up like that. I want the biceps to look like this. And the tricep starts over here, makes a bulge, and then it goes across like this. Now what you want to do is you want this arm to kind of go over his shoulder here. So he's got this karate type stance. So let's do that with the forearm. And then here, like that. And you want to make sure that the forearms are exactly the same width here. Stop right here. I'm going to create like a little bump right here, and then I'm going to change the direction slightly so that it goes across and not diagonal. Now I'm going to draw one line like that, and then a line like this. It goes back, up. Here I'm going to draw a curve that goes like this, and then here I'm going to draw the thumb. There you go. So he's got that stance. And now that I've drawn the body, I'm starting to notice that the head is a little too small. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Now you might not have this problem that I do. So if you don't, it's totally fine. I'm just going to make this bigger than I originally had it. And that's why I love pencil so much. Is if you make a mistake, you could just do it over again. There you go. All right, so we've got the basic body shape and the basic karate or kung fu pose for Iron Fist. Now let's start with the mask, and this is going to tell us where his face is going to go. So let's look over here and figure out where his nose goes first. So right here is going to be where the brow ridge is, right there. And then we're going to draw a line going up like this. A little dip, so that's like the tip of the nose there. And then we're going to draw a line across. So this is the mask of the Iron Fist, right there. Okay, now for the eyes, he's got very distinct eye designs. First I'm going to draw a line like this. I'm going to draw a line going across like this up to there. And then that line, and like this. So it's almost like a diamond shape, but instead of closing it off, I'm going to turn that into a little spike. I'm going to bring that towards the end here, like that. And then I'm going to draw a triangle for the shape of the eye. And now this one, you kind of have to do your best to make it the proportional size. There you go. So I've got the Iron Fist's eyes right there. I'll just fix out the outside, and there you go. Okay, the mask is obviously fabric, so I'm going to create some wrinkles on it. So there's some right here for his nose, and then double that up. And then I'm going to draw just a little shadow area right here, and also the cheeks. There you go. Erase that a little bit to make it easier, but I'm just going to draw the lips now. So here's the lip. So I drew a line down, and then I drew a little V. And then it goes out like this, and then the chin like that. Okay, now let's draw the ear, and the ear is going to be right here, and you only see the bottom part. You don't see the top. And I'm going to take this line that I drew, and I'm going to move it back a little bit higher up, right there, to the earlobe. And I'll draw the little lines in the ear there, and there you go. And here's the hair, Danny Rand's hair right there. A little knot for his what do you call them? His mask has these tails that come out. The name escapes me. So there you go. Let's draw the, what do you call it, the wrinkle goes down like this, and then I'm going to draw a little frown like that. A little shadow right here. A little shadow under the chin. And some shadowing right there. I'm just going to cross hatch it for now because I'll figure out, when I'm inking, I'll figure out how the shadow goes. Right now, we'll just leave it like that. All right. So let's draw the other side of the neck, and it goes from here, goes down, and it goes like that. Now let's figure out how his body, or the middle part of his body here, it goes down like this. And draw this lightly, and it sort of turns. Okay, now let's draw this is the jugular part of the neck, so it's got this huge muscle like that. And then just muscles coming out of it. And then here, line going across like that. Now let's draw the chest part. So I'm going to start over here in the middle. I'm going to draw a line across like this. I'm going to bring it a little higher up. I'm going to go towards the shoulder line. So here's the shoulder line, and it goes a little bit below it, and I'm going to stop right there where this begins. Okay. Line going down. Line across, so that's the chest. From here, line across like this. Actually, it doesn't go like that, it goes up because his arm is going up. So whenever you're drawing, you need to make sure that you got the muscles moving the way that they should when you're in different positions. So obviously, this chest right here is going to be different than this chest because this chest should be going up and this chest should be going across because of his arms. All right, now from here, I'm gonna go across like this. Okay, now this one I'm just going to bring it up like that, and I'm going to leave it like that because his costume is actually going to cover it up. Now, let's go from the chin, we're going to go down to about here. And this is his classic costume from the comic books. Not the newer one, not the newer costume that he has. And from here, we're going to bring it down all the way to about here. Just like that. And now we're going to go from here, and we're going to find a point about, let's see, about right here. We're going to exaggerate a little bit. Right here. And then we're going to just slowly make our way to that point right there with a smooth natural curve. And then right here, it's going to go a little bit underneath his hand there. And it goes from, actually let's bring it a little bit more this way. So under his hand, and it goes all the way down to here. There you go. All right, now across the bridge of his nose, we're going to draw a line going across, and here on this side, same thing, but slightly moving up. And now we're going to draw his ridiculous looking collars, just like that. Okay, erase this. So this is sort of what makes Iron Fist distinct, is his collars and the open chest here, which is really impractical, I think, when it comes to costumes. Because I mean, if you're fighting people, you'd want to see them, so you don't want anything to obscure your vision. But that's just me, and that's just how comic book costumes work back in the day. I think nowadays they try to make it more practical, comic book costumes. All right, so now I'm going to, there you go. I just fixed this up a little bit and made his waist a little narrower. There you go, we've got pretty much the basics of his costume here. And I'm going to just give some definition to his chest, and I'm going to make that slightly thick. I'm going to shade it in like this. And then in his armpit here, a little bit of shading like that. And then bring it into the body and then bring it down. So this whole thing is going to be kind of shaded. All right. From here, we're going to draw some, well, the kind of muscles, or it's to differentiate the chest muscle and the shoulder muscle, but also it's like a wrinkle in the fabric right there. And then lines going out towards this tip, this little valley here. And then here's the, a little bit more of the shoulder muscle. The shoulder muscles are, it's more than one muscle. It's a muscle group, your shoulders. There you go. Now from here, we're going to draw a line that goes all the way here. Just one going across, and then we're going to shade the top part of that up to about there. And then the bottom part, I'm going to draw that line right there. And then I'm actually going to shade that part. And then right here, and then down, and then going up. I'm going to draw a little line right here to differentiate his glove from the rest of his unitard. Draw a line going down there. A little bit of shading, and you guys will see when I start inking it, I'm just crossing it out like this, but when I start inking it, I'm going to go pretty dark on them. All right, there you go. So I'm doing the shading because his fist is going to be lighting up because it glows, and when it glows, it creates this shadow. So this is the shadow from the glow of his iron fist. Okay. Now, let's go back over here, and I'm actually going to go and shade this part in, the back here, all of it, right there. And same thing under the ear and under the face right there. And I'm going to leave the ear, and I'm going to shade in the bottom part of the face right here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and shade that whole part in. You don't have to. If you want to keep it open, that's fine too, but I'm going to darken that whole thing. There you go. And then actually right here, I'm going to create some wrinkles because that's where his ear is going to be. Okay. Now, right there, and right there, and a little bit right there. There you go. And then abs, just like that right there. Another ab right there, ab muscle, I guess. Or can you just say an ab? And right there, and right there. Now we're going to draw the dragon, and we're going to start over here on this chest. I'm going to draw a little triangle like that. And I'm going to draw a hook that goes around here. Just like that. I'm going to draw a line going across. And what it will do is it's going to create, I'm going to draw it going up, a curve going up, and that creates the wings. And then just beneath that, I'm going to draw a line across, but I'm going to draw some spikes going down. 2, and then 1 underneath his shirt like this, and another one on the other side. I'm going to close this off, and then shade it all black. So now we got the top half of the dragon. The tail, we're just going to bring it closer like this. So that's the tail. And then we're going to go down the center. And then we're just going to make a little hook like this. Now the dragon is drawn differently depending on the artist in the comic books. So we're just going to draw the tail like that. Now we're going to go over here and we'll do the same thing. Let's first find the chest muscle that we left earlier. It starts right here and it goes up to about here. So there's the chest right there. Goes down and across. Okay, above that, we're going to draw another muscle that goes all the way to this line that we drew earlier. And then above that, some shading. And like that. And that'll do. I'm going to shade in the armpit here. Actually, I'm going to connect it to this one. And right here, right where his ab is, we drew this ab muscle right here. And imagine it going from here to here. And I'm going to bring that down. And then like that. And then this one goes down like this. I'm going to shade this entire thing. Okay. Now over here, I'm going to, first let's draw the bicep muscle. And the bicep, I'm going to start right here. and I'm going to make a little curve that goes down like this, and then up again, and then right there. So this is his bicep. Like I said, he's not a very built guy. He's just really ripped. I'm going to bring this towards the elbow, like that. And then from here, I'll draw a little line going across and up to there. I'm going to shade this whole thing. And then here, line going across like that. And then another line going up. And then this line right here, or this shade, I'm just shading in the bottom part of his bicep muscle here. Okay, now over here I'm going to draw the same thing. I'm going to draw a line going across and then curves upwards, and that's the same line as this. Okay, muscle, shading, just like that. Okay, there you go. Now I'm going to draw, well actually before we do anything, let's clean this up a little bit. Now of course, his fists. The thing with Iron Fist is his fists, they glow. And I don't remember the dragon that he slayed in order to get these Iron Fists from the comic books. I remember the name of the dragon, but that's how it is in the comic books anyway. Okay, so from here I'm going to start by drawing the fingers, individual fingers. So there's one, and it goes like that. There's a second finger, it goes down like this, and then a third finger, and then a fourth, like that. Okay, remember the fourth one, you want to try to make it look like it's curving inward, so you want to create these lines right here to make it look like it's curling in. So there you go, there's one. And then let's go back over here. I'm going to darken these lines that we got. And then I'm going to start with the thumb. I'm going to make the thumb, I'm going to shape it a little bit like this. He's wearing gloves, so we're not going to draw fingernails. Now right here, I'm going to draw a little bump, I guess you could call it, like that. From here, I'm going to create that little U-shaped bump right there. I'm going to keep this curve. Now let's draw the fingers. I'll start here, and I'm going to draw a knuckle like that. Okay, and I'm going to keep doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 knuckles. And then here, of course, we're going to curve it inwards. So line across like that, and then I'm going to draw 2 lines right there like a V. So now you can see that the pinky is sort of curling in. Now clean that up a little bit, and you've got yourself a fist. Now let's, it's very mystical. Now let's draw the mystical aspect of the fist. But before I do that, the wrist is kind of skinny, so I'm going to make it thicker. There you go. And I'm going to start over here. And I'm just going to, much like I did with the Ghost Rider tutorial, I'm just going to randomly just create this little ball of glowing, I wouldn't call it flame, it's just a ball of glowing mystical fist power. Okay, so I made it sort of look like a ball, but I'm going to create this like a trail that goes up in here. So it's like a mystical flame. There you go. And here it goes up, and then I'm just gonna leave it like that. So there you go. And I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm not gonna go into any more details inside it. And same thing over here. But this time around, the little trail's gonna come from that side, or from the left side here. And then just goes around. It goes behind Iron Fist's costume here. Like that, and then there you go. I'm gonna leave a trail. Just a trail, kind of like the smoke trails, or there you go. Just for the effect. And now lastly, let's draw the little trails of fabric at the back of his mask, and I'm just going to randomly kind of just draw a trail like this, sort of does that. It kind of goes behind the flame here. So I'm going to erase that later on. And then now I'm going to make it thick in certain parts and then make it thin in some parts. So it's thick here. Does that. Now it goes behind the fabric and then ends off right there. And then same thing, but this one is going to go behind this collar that he has. Because behind the collar, it kind of goes across and it goes up into the flame. And I'm just going to leave it like that actually. And there you go, you guys. I think we've got it. Sorry, let me erase this real quick. And that is how you draw Danny Rand, also known as Iron Fist. Now I'm going to be darkening, like I said, when I start inking, I'm going to be darkening these little shaded areas right here. And at the end, it should look pretty good if you guys did do the shading right. It should look pretty awesome.
And that is all the time that we have today. Thank you for watching all the way to the end of this video. I hope your drawings of Iron Fist turned out great. And if you guys are proud of your Iron Fist drawings, I would love to see them. If you head over to the Google Plus community page and post your artwork there, it would be awesome, and that's one way for me to see them. If you guys are curious about the equipment that I use to make my videos and draw my tutorials, I have links to those in the description below. Clicking on those links helps to support content creators like me so I can keep making this kind of stuff for you guys for free. My question of the day, are you guys looking forward to the Iron Fist Netflix show? Let me know in the comments below. Are you guys excited for it? I definitely am. And let me know too if you guys are looking forward to the Defenders. If this is your first time here, I would love to have you guys subscribe. Here in this channel, I show you guys how to draw your favorite characters in easy to follow, simple step-by-step instructions. So if you guys like what you see, take that mouse and hit that big red subscribe button that's just below me right here. And if you did enjoy this tutorial, it would help me a great deal if you liked this video, commented below, or shared this video to your friends in social media. And speaking of social media, don't forget you guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Google+, and on my website, draw2.com, where you can download a free coloring page of Iron Fist. So go ahead to the website, it's free, so download it, enjoy, color. Again, all of these links are down below. Finally, thank you for watching, and as always, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. We'll see you in my next tutorial. Are you guys looking forward to the Iron Fist Netflix? I can't say it. Iron Flix. Oh gosh. To the Iron Fist Netflix. I can't. What? Iron Fist Netflix. Iron Fist Netflix